Hi. Let's little bit think about that. What means this cost estimation and the budgeting anyway? So when we are looking at your case that you are asked to define which features you are eager to deliver. So it means that as team, you will go through all the features and user stories, whatever, or epics. But anyway, you have to select some of these features, and you are making a decision as a team that, okay, we are taking this one as our uh, delivered feature set. So if we are trying to put this on the table in a way that these are actually the ones who are you going to deliver to customer, it's your decision as a team, and it's okay. Is there too much or too low amount of these features? But main reason here is that you have to figure out as a team how much these are actually taking effort from your team. Sometimes some of these features can be very tough, some of those can be very simple ones, but anyway, they have to be figured out as a team. So you are not making the selection as a blind. So that's the reason why we have to really estimate and try to understand a little bit. So if we took one of these tickets here and we are just figuring out what happens then. So when we have selected one future under discussion that what is actually needed, it can take a lot of time to familiarize that what is actually needed and understand actually how it's possible to do it and what are the things what is needed to do and why. And that's makes time takes time to understand. Yes, and it can be also the reason that sometimes you have to uh, do a lot of design and planning. Design and planning is just meaning that you are trying to understand what is the, for example, this secure API endpoints, and then you have to do some estimation how it's possible to do it anyway. If there is some things what you have to pre-arrange first, so that's also the one area. Then the implementation is actually giving you way of that you will have to actually do it, code something or change something, make some alternative solution for the current situation, and that's the own area. So these are taking time, and then you have to test. So you see immediately that there is a plenty of different viewpoints on that one feature. And one area is project management point of view. So there, if you are dealing with this future, you have to publish some information or make sure that our customer is knowing that we are dealing with this. What is the status? So this is a kind of project management issue that we are communicating our progress to outside. And sometimes we have to also, or many times you have to document what you have been doing. And then we are moving our instruction or our new construction in deployment. So these different viewpoints are giving you reality that we are not just coding something. And that's why we have this Excel, which is actually giving you a chance to figure out that what is actually needed. So I just take my cost estimation here. So this simple Excel file is just having the idea that you have a different kind of features here, which you are actually going to do as a team, but you can select several on the list. And then you are making sure that you are just adding some hours, how much you are expecting work to be done. And this is very difficult. And this discussion as a team is very needed. So you can immediately understand that yes, we have to do some kind of estimation, how much time it takes or how difficult it is. And now you can remember that they were talking about planning poker. So we could somehow check out through all these different features and make sure that what is actually the level from the story point of view. But I'm not now mixing that story point here, so I'm more like showing you that you have to make understanding among the team that okay, this feature is actually taking a lot of time, and this feature here is much simple one. So that's why you have to go through all your selected features and try to figure out that what they are. And then the cost estimation is done in a way. Actually, my screen is a little bit wrong position, but now I show you. So this Excel is also giving you a chance to define that how much each work item are costing. So if I put there that it's 67 euro per hour, so the plus what, so you can see that the value is changed, and in same moment this whole Excel is also updated. So if you look at the feature, there is a change in the value of the work. That's why this is giving you a chance to a little bit estimate the team that okay, if we are putting a value that okay, familiarization is actually costing like 60 euros. Please check that price tag list because it's giving you the understanding what are actually the price tags. And then you go for your feature level and you are figuring out that okay, this is quite complicated as a team. We have been discussing and it takes about 20 hours. It means that 1 week work just to get understand what is going on. And then you are thinking still that okay, project management, it's just 1 hour. It's okay because it won't be a big job, but it takes some time to deal with and communicate that with company and your customer. How much it takes time for design, no one knows. You have to make your first guess, and someone is saying that okay, it's 5 hours. That's okay, but you will amazingly understand a little bit more later when you are doing this kind of work that you can estimate a little bit better. But now we are in a school project, so you just make your best guess if possible. And implementation, it's just the coding, making that working, testing it. It can be that okay, this is actually taking a lot of time. I think the 1 week is not enough for coding. So I would like to see it's a really tough part. Now we can think about that there is 2 persons working there. So it's possible to do it during the one sprint. So just one person is not doing all these areas. So sometimes some of your team members, colleagues are working for the same feature and you are doing work together. So you will see that it seems that there is plenty of hours, but when it's divided to a couple persons, it's easier to deliver. But that's why we have to make sure that we are just estimating how much time is needed for testing. Sometimes it can be very simple one. Someone is just checking that things are in okay, or sometimes the test person has to be spending a lot of time with building the test setup. So I just put my estimation that three times of work in implementation and 10 times. So this is 3 to 1 multiply this whatever. So we'll see that okay, let's like this kind of estimation. It could be so like I put like 3 of 1 whatever. But now I just put it as an estimation, and how much it times take the documentation, it depends on the situation. So your feature is really difficult to define, but you have to do it before you give the price estimates. You have to go through this. Then you get the how much hours you are spending for that specific work. And now in hours world, in this future factory, the hours are actually counting quite much because your team is capable to do some hours. If you're counting all your resources together, then you can understand that yes, there can be maximum 200 hours per each person actively working for some feature. So it means that 5 persons, it's 1000 hours of work. Now we can see that, okay, there is 601 hours spent already for these features. But if you think that there is actually other things, there's sessions, we have review days, we have sprint planning days. There is plenty of other hours which are needed. So there is limitation always at how many feature you can actually deliver. So you have to try to figure out what you are able to do. Then you get also counted how much this cost as a work to customer. And if you add some profit, there is an example 15%. You can try out different profits, but skip that 15 there. I think it's quite perfect. And then we add in VAT. So the price tag is getting higher, but this is actually the price tag for the customer. So just move this a little bit bigger one and make it that this is actually the value what they are interested of, how much this costs. Next questions, which are the features what I will get with this price tag. So this is giving you hints of the situation. So this cost estimation, you have to figure out and count your own understanding what you are going to deliver, how much it costs. When we look at this first page here, you can see that here we have been thinking of that some person is working for the different roles, how many hours he or she will be working during the sprint. This is quite handy, but also now you understand that, okay, what is actually the feature which Matti is working with or Kalle. So now you are losing the vision about these features, but now you can look at this feature price and you can see how much hours you can actually spend for these. So there is 600 hours spent already in estimation. So you have to figure out that how much is team member size. So we have only 3 members. So they are not able to deliver maximum 600 hours of work. And if they are just delivering features, it's not the reality. So you have to still leave some room for other things. And you have to count how much time there is just meetings and other things. And then you go for the price features list, and then you see that, okay, we cannot actually deliver this feature. This is not, there is no time for this. So I put it in red, and I put it no, and then I just say that, yes, this is not fun. And now we see that there is 449 hours time for this feature. So now we are better fitting for the team size. So if we look at again, okay, there is 3 persons. If we count that 200 hours per each, so now we have 600 maximum hours for the work. So this feature list could be now possible to reach if we count that 150 hours is spent for the other things. But as I said, this is school project. So now you are trying to figure out why it takes some time, why we cannot put price tag without thinking at all that how much this is costing. And now you just make your best estimation what you can, and then you count all your hours in the end of the project and look at what you could deliver, and you can a little bit check what you could do with that time, and next time you are a little bit smarter. Okay, this is just a short introduction, and you can make your own calculation Excel sheet. It's your choice. Now you can make it shining. This is so simple one. So I'm just trying to give you the hunch of the why we have to little bit do this cost estimation before we are putting our name under contract. Okay, thank you.